The dark side of mindfulness and its negative consequences. Mindfulness is the ability of a person to focus on the events and experiences of the present, without running away with thoughts into the past or future and without giving their feelings any evaluations. In recent years, there have been many speakers and organizations that market mindfulness as a product, marathons, mass meditations, and trainings. It seems that soon it will be impossible not only to get a job, but also to buy bread in the store without a certificate of completion of such an event. But there is a dark side to mindfulness, and practices have side effects. Mindfulness alone will not solve any external problems. Often, mindfulness is presented as a panacea and the ultimate goal of working on oneself. They say that you just need to achieve it, and life will improve. And therein lies the trap. Yes, mindfulness helps you get to know yourself better and stay in touch with your emotions. Nevertheless, awareness alone is not enough for qualitative changes. Concentrating on the here and now is not enough for happiness and success. You have to act on new data. If you are constantly practicing mindfulness and nothing changes in your life, you may need to consult a psychologist. Mindfulness is a tool that helps you understand yourself better and learn not to react in a formulaic way to what is going on around you. But mindfulness will not solve problems for you on its own. Misunderstood mindfulness can interfere with your contact with others. It is not uncommon for people to understand mindfulness in a somewhat one-sided way. As we consider and track our emotions and act on them, we sometimes forget that those around us may react differently. After all, they too have their own experiences. But the ability to bear with the feelings of others is also part of a conscious relationship with the world. And it takes time for others to accept and get used to your changes in communication style. For example, in the here and now, you decide you don't want to go out with your friend because you're not in the mood. And you have the right to do that. But if she's already waiting for you or on her way, no amount of mindfulness appeals will stop her from getting angry with you. And she has the right to be, too. After all, you made arrangements in advance, she rearranged her plans to meet you. And your sudden refusal is likely to cause her only negative emotions. So what should we do? Try to remember not only about your boundaries and feelings, but also about the boundaries and feelings of people with whom you communicate. And if at any point you choose to act on your preferences, it can have a negative impact on others. It's important to try to be prepared for their reactions, not to devalue them, that is, to connect empathy. Yes, mindfulness to some extent cleans the circle of communication. But you cannot completely close yourself off from the whole world and communicate only with the conscious. Sometimes mindfulness practices can worsen mental health. Not many people talk about it, but not everyone should practice mindfulness at all times. If you are deeply disturbed by some past event or future prospect, mindfulness can only worsen your condition. And anxiety and guilt can be activated inside because you can't stay in the moment and track every emotion all the time. Even meditation is contraindicated for some people. For example, experts in mindfulness-based cognitive therapy do not recommend such practices for those with a history of psychotic episodes, bipolar disorder, self-harm, or suicidal tendencies. Even if you have no such contraindications, it is best to consult with a professional and make sure that you choose the right time to learn mindfulness beforehand.